Hello students, welcome to Electrical Hub. So today's topic is give the block diagram or the representation of output amplifier. These output amplifier are available in integrated circuit form. So let's draw the integrated circuit output amplifier block diagram. The commercial integrated circuit usually consists of 4 cascade blocks. Okay, so let me draw it. Here is the input 2 and input 1, and this is the connection. The first block diagram is input stage. We're gonna talk about all the 4 block diagrams in detail here. And the second block diagram is intermediate stage. Third block diagram is about buffer and level shifting stage. Buffer and level shifting stage. And the fourth and the last of block diagram is output stage. So in this topic here we are going to study about the full block diagram. Each and every box we are going to talk in detail, and here at last we will get the output. From here there are 2 sources of IC input, and the output is only single source. So now, first of all, let's talk about input stage. Input stage requires high input impedance to avoid loading on the sources. It requires 2 input terminals. The basic requirement of the input stage are, the basic requirements of input stage are, let's talk about input state. There are basic requirement which includes the input stage or which can complete the input stage. First of all is high input resistance. In the initial stage or input state, we need a high input resistance. And the second thing is, in an input state, low input bias current. Low input bias current. Third point is small input voltage offset. We need a small input voltage offset. And the fourth point is small current input offset. We need a small current input offset in a input state. And the fifth point is we need a high CMRR. Alright. Sixth point is high differential input range. Seventh point is high common mode range. And the 8th point, which is last point, high open loop voltage gain. So here are the 8 points that are the requirement of input stage. First of all is high input resistance. Second point is low input bias current. Third point is small input voltage offset. And the fourth point is small input current offset. And the fifth point is high CMRR. Sixth point is high differential input range. Seventh one is high common mode range. And the 8th one is high open loop voltage gain. So this is a complete introduction of input stage. Now let's talk about intermediate stage. Intermediate state. The output from input stage drives the next stage, which is an intermediate stage. The intermediate stage is another differential amplifier with dual input unbalanced output, that is single-ended output. The overall gain requirement of the output amplifier is very high. The input stage alone cannot provide such a high gain. The main function of the intermediate stage is to provide an additional voltage gain required. Practically, the intermediate stage is not a single amplifier but chain of cascaded amplifiers called multi-stage amplifier. So here is a whole description of intermediate stage. Now let's talk about buffer and level shifting state. Buffer and level shifting stage. All the stages are directly coupled to each other. Output amplifies DC signal also. The coupling capacitor are not required or not used to cascade the stages. Hence the DC quotient voltage level of previous stage gets applied as the input of the next stage. Hence stage by stage DC level increase above ground potential. Such a high DC voltage level may drive the transistor into saturation. This further may cause distortion in the output due to clipping. The main purpose of the level shifting stage or the buffer and level shifting stage is to shift the output DC level towards the ground with minimum change in the AC signal. This also satisfies the requirement of that its output should have quotient voltage level of 0 for 0 input signal. So here was a full description of buffer and level shifting stage. Now let's talk about the last output stage. Output stage. So the output stage needs basic requirement. So the basic requirements, number 1 is large output voltage swing capability, or large output voltage swing capability. Second point is large output current swing capability. Third one is low output impedance. And the fourth point is low quotient power dissipation. And the fifth one is short circuit production. So here are the 5 requirements which is needed or must in the output stage. First one is large output voltage swing capability. Second one is large output current swing capability. Third one is low input impedance. Fourth one is low quotient power dissipation. And the fifth one is short circuit production. So here was the full detail and description of all the block diagrams which is allotted in the representation of output amplifier. One thing I need to notify you that this block diagram is a block diagram of IC741 OP amplifier. You can write here IC741 OP amplifier. Alright, this is a block diagram of this coding IC OP amplifier. So here was the full description and the representation with block diagram and with the briefly explanation of IC block diagram of the operation amplifier. Thank you.